1953 MGTF Roadster. This car belongs to the T-Series. The T-Series was produced from 1936 to 1955. The T-Series was basically a body-on-frame, two-seater open sports car that changed little over time except for a slight facelift in 1953. In 1953, this car was produced and it had a short lifespan that ceased 2 years later in 1955 as the new MGA was released. The fact that this car was produced before the Second World War was a downside because other manufacturers at that time were producing more silk designs for their cars. Thus, this was called the last of the square-rigged sports cars. As mentioned, the car was designed from the 30s, thus a lot of the features come from the 30s. Cutaway suicide doors that are hinged from the back that aren't really the best way to get inside the car. A sportier grille giving a lower and sportier hood line. The lines of the TF flowed like no other with distinct fender curves and integrated headlights. Mirror on the dashboard in the car was a must with the presence of the next special feature. The windshield in this car is just like other cars from that period. It's foldable for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons, as a tall person, the outline of the windshield is going to be an annoying thing, so you just simply fold it down. And apparently, it prevents your windshield from breaking due to debris, but I'm pretty sure you're better off with a broken glass than with a broken skull. And perhaps a coffee table? Another interesting feature in this car is that the fuel tank is part of the car design, set in the back. One of the most appealing features on this car are the wire wheels, which were an expensive option back in the day. The engine hood is fully removable with 2 buttons on each side, but it isn't really the most practical thing ever. The TF was launched with a previous 1.2 TD Mark II engine that was replaced a year later with a 1.5 liter which produces 58 horsepower, granting it a top speed of 85 miles per hour. A 4-speed incredibly joyful manual transmission was fitted to the car. The interior of this car had separate seats, whereas older models shared the same backrest and are comfier than you expect them to be. The material finish of the TF is classy and feels nice. The interior of this car had a couple of downsides. It had very limited luggage space behind the seats, poor weather protection, or actually lacks protection of any kind. The current values of this car range from $35,000 to more than $50,000 according to its condition, so it's fair to say it's a very good long-term investment. Finally, this car is built for its looks. The performance is humble, but it's very nimble for its age, so if you have driven one, you should know how special this car is.